Hey everyone, it's Barbara Teckle. I want to share a really amazing, special book that I recently read that, wow, I wish I would have had this book years ago, but I'm so thankful we have it now. And I just felt the need to share it with you. So without further ado, I'm going to tell you the name of the book, which is Soul Healing with Our Animal Companions, and the subtitle is The Hidden Keys to a Deeper Animal-Human Connection by Tammy Billups. As you can see, I have quite a few little post-it notes in here of passages that really resonated with me in this book. And actually, I could have probably put a post-it note on every page. There is so much goodness. Oh, there's so much goodness in this book. So it's a beautiful book about how animals sense our energy and are helping us to heal our emotional wounds. And they often are reflecting that back to us. And it's all in an effort to help us heal. And what ends up happening is it often helps them heal too. So it's a mutual agreement that we come together and we help each other heal. Now, this is something I have believed for a very long time. If you followed my work and you know of the books I've written, I've had many animals, many dogs in my life that have taught me some profound lessons, at different stages of my life of things that I needed to work on and to heal. And Gidget was, that was a biggie. That was a biggie that I'll be sharing, an emotional wound that I was working on that I'll be sharing in an upcoming memoir. So I just feel like this book speaks to the work that I did to heal an emotional wound I had, and in turn, it helped Gidget. And this is really so helpful to help anybody who is going through a rough time with themselves or their animals. This can definitely help you identify the emotional wounds that you may be experiencing, as well as your pet, because that's what Tammy does. Is she identifies 5 emotional core wounds in this book, and how often dogs reflect that in their behavior. Well, I shouldn't just say dogs. So I think she speaks to dogs quite often in here. I'm trying to think if there were other. I do think there was a donkey in here, and you know how I love donkeys, a donkey story. But I'm going to just go with dogs right now because that's what's prevalent on my mind. But anyways, their emotional wounds, they reflect that in their behavior, their actions, and their physical issues. And to add to that, these are emotional wounds that we as humans experience also. So exactly why I said in the beginning, we're in a partnership to help each other. And I think that's so key to know and to understand. And Tammy does that so beautifully in her book to help you understand this. So, as I said, I have written a memoir that I'm going to be sharing probably early 2020. Still, it's written. I just have to do the whole production thing now for the book. But I went through a very deep emotional healing time with my dog Gidget, which really culminated in 2018, the winter of 2018. And Gidget was really serving as this profound reflection of what it was I needed to heal. And when I read this book, I can attest to what Tammy shares in this book 100% because I lived it and I experienced it. And after reading this book, I was able to identify 2 core wounds that Tammy talks about in her book that my dog Gidget was just vigilantly working so hard to help me heal. And I'm happy to say that I did, because I did the inner work that needed to be done. And but what was really proof for me was being witness to Gidget as I watched her come into her higher self as I did myself and become this whole new, amazing, calm, peaceful, amazing dog. It was absolutely beautiful to witness. I'm so glad I didn't miss out on that. I knew I was probably going to cry doing this video today. So one of my favorite paragraphs in the book is this one, and I think it's one of the key points in the book. A human congested energy field can affect all aspects of one's emotional, physical, and spiritual health. Consequently, this knowledge can significantly influence the choices you make about your animal's care. Knowing how sensitive they are to your emotions is also motivation for you to do your own energetic housekeeping. And that's the point I came to when I was at this point of not being able to cope. I wanted to do this for Gidget. I wanted to help her and I wanted to help myself. So to me, it's one of the key passages in the book that really resonated with me. So I'm just going to read three others that I think just speak so beautifully to this book that Tammy has written. Animals love serving their people because they are evolving their soul as well. I think that's so important to know and understand. It is part of why they are with you. Because of this, it would behoove you to be proactive in your emotional health so there is less for your animal companions to mirror or absorb. Most of your physical issues are rooted in unhealed emotional wounds that, when cleared, can and will heal your physical ailments. And another section in the book. First, know that it doesn't matter how physically close you are to each other when you release your emotions. The two of you are so connected energetically that what you feel, your pet feels too, regardless of his or her physical proximity to you. Some animals are more likely than others to feel and absorb the emotions being released, depending on the deeper reason you're in each other's lives. By far, and I mean by a long shot, the emotions you repress and put under lock and key and don't want to deal with are much more likely to be mirrored by your animals in ways that typically you won't like seeing. I can say that. It's not easy work, but it's worth it. And Tammy goes on to say your repressed emotions are also more likely to negatively affect their quality of life. So releasing your emotions in healthy ways as they come up is a gift to you both. It's a gift to both of you. Stuffing them down, not so much. So very true. And the last passage I'm going to read here. These animals are carrying a very important part of you that you need to see when you look in the mirror. Another, you can tell that one really hits me too. They are hoping you will see that the love and joy you see in them is actually a mirror for you. While it may appear that these animals are consciously very content with holding a beautiful part of yourself at a soul level, it is out of balance for you both. It's really your inner child that's in charge of the pet's care when golden light projection is happening. Although sometimes that is fun, it goes hand in hand with the heightened fear of losing them. Underneath it all is the distorted belief that you'd be absolutely crushed and lost without your pet. Here's the nugget for you in giving or projecting your golden light onto your animals. The positive, beautiful attributes you see in them are also in you. Your animals have complete clarity in seeing the divine spark of golden light that is you. You can honor them by beginning to believe you are what they see in you. I don't think I could have said this any better, and I hope it comes across in my memoir as well, because that is exactly what Gidget did for me, and why I just feel so passionate about sharing this book, because I really wished I would have had this book years ago. And this was a culmination of years of some healing that I needed to, which culminated in 2018. And I wished I would have had her book back then, but I'm really glad to have read it now, because it was just another level of validation and confirmation of what I experienced. Though I do want to share also that I think it's so important, if you're going through a difficult time with your pets, to work with an animal communicator. I was very fortunate to have a very good friend, Dawn Brunke, who's an animal communicator who has helped me in immense ways through a very dark night of the soul, as well as animal chaplain Joe Dwyer. Both were very key in helping to guide me and to guide Gidget, so that we could evolve in our relationship. And I'm so very grateful for that. And again, after reading Tammy's book, and I had to say goodbye to Gidget in May of 2019, I can say that what Tammy shares in her book, I really feel needs to be read by every pet owner. I wholeheartedly concur with the last line on the back of the cover of her book, which says, that our pets' higher purpose is to help people understand themselves. Ah, I can't tell you how much I agree with that. So, this is the book. Go out and get a copy. I promise you. Yeah, some of it may be hard to read, but I just think it's necessary, and I think it will help us feel better about our own lives. In turn, our animals will feel better about themselves. And what a beautiful thing that is, right? That we can live in harmony together. So the name of the book is Soul Healing with Our Animal Companions: The Hidden Keys to a Deeper Animal Human Connection by Tammy Billups. So if you do read the book, let me know what you think. I'd love to know. I just am blown away by this book, and I think it's an important book to read. So thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you again sometime. Take care. Bye.